Today's Talk of the Town is sponsored by Pocket Aces Racing.
Well, we're back with Pocket Aces. We have the owners here, Marc and Jared. And boys, you all had a great Keeneland sales session, didn't you?
Absolutely. We came out of the sale with 6 new yearlings for our stable. We're really happy with the horses we got. We think we found some great value, and we're excited to show them to you guys.
I know.
One of them's right behind us, right?
Yeah. That's our Charlatan colt behind us. He's a gorgeous horse. He's a horse that we think is going to be that kind of dirt horse, go 2 turns next year. Maybe he can go 10 furlongs at Churchill Downs, you know,
in May,
in
2027,
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We bought some fillies. We've bought some colts that maybe are going to be sprinter types, but he would be our one that's you could have those kind of dreams about for the next couple of years, that maybe he could show up on the first day in May at Churchill.
How exciting.
Yeah.
So, Jared, tell us where we are today. This is beautiful out here.
So we are at Fern Hill Stables, owned and operated by Dermot Littlefield, who's one of our trainers. He kind of specializes. Once we get a horse from the sale, we bring them here, and he puts them through the early stages of their training and the breaking process. And he was telling us this morning that the colt back here behind us, he's already got a rider sitting up on his back and learning the very first baby steps, taking the baby steps of becoming a racehorse, and getting used to having that rider on the back. That's step 1, and many more lessons to come.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so much goes into this. What are the next steps? What is the process for getting him to the racetrack?
Yeah. Well, the first steps are, we buy them. We ship them here to Dermot's farm, and Dermot Littlefield with Fern Hill Farms, he's their first teacher. He's their first grade, second grade teacher. And the first things we're going to do is make sure they're familiar with people, make sure they're familiar with being handled, and then we start the process of breaking them. And it's just a day-by-day initiation, 1 step at a time. And if they don't master the first steps the first day, we wait to the second day and make sure they've got each step mastered before we go to the next step. And basically what that starts out with is riding or turning them around in a circle in the stall, being led around the stall. Eventually somebody will push up on their back and just lay over their backs. So it'll be the first time they have that weight over their backs.
Can that be dangerous for someone to try?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not doing it.
Yes. Dermot's riders.
Okay.
He has exercise riders, and they've done this a million times. They're used to breaking these horses. But yes, it's the first time, and each horse is an individual. Some of them are rowdy kids that in detention, or some of them are sweet and never turn a hair. But that's a big first step, is putting weight on their backs, laying over their backs, getting them to accept the weight. And if it goes well on the first day, the second day, maybe swing a leg over, and then you're sitting on the horse. They've accepted a rider for the first time. And they don't go out of the stall, they don't go around the farm, they just turn in circles around the farm. So those are their kindergarten lessons, as it were, on how to be a racehorse. And then once they've mastered that step, we'll go outside with them. We'll kind of tack walk them around the farm, around the shed row. And those are the first early steps of learning how to become a racehorse.
It's so
accepting
exciting.
a rider. Yeah.
That's right, accepting a rider.
Yeah.
And Jared, when people are involved in your racing syndicate and they become part owner in a horse, how involved can they be in this process?
Yeah. Well, we're not going to put them on the horse's back or anything like that. But,
Not without a waiver.
all we ask is, we encourage all of our partners to see their horses as much as they're able, as much as they want to. We have people that are all over the country, so it doesn't work out for everybody. But if you're here in town, you call us or send me a text or a couple days ahead of time. Say, hey, I'd like to go see the horses on Saturday morning, and I will fix you up with an appointment. We'll get it set up with Dermot, and we encourage it because we want people to build that connection with their horses. If you're thinking about joining us and you don't know which ones you want, you just want to come out here and look at them all and see which one that speaks to you, we'll do that. Just let us know, and we want you to be here. We want you to get to know your horses. We want you to see them when they go to the racetrack and the training centers and all that, and just be involved in every step of the way if that's what you want to do.
And I think it adds more value for our customers.
Right.
They get more out of the experience.
That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's again, as we talked about in the studio, it's not everybody can just go buy a racehorse, but part of the excitement and the thrill of this is coming and petting the horse and then feeding it peppermints. Of course, now these guys aren't going to want peppermints yet because they won't even know what they are, so they'll probably turn their nose up at it. But you just want to form that connection and be a part of it, and we try to make that doable and possible for all of our people if that's what they want to do. So.
Yeah. Well, Fox 56 is loving this. We have part ownership now. If one of these horses, in fact, I'm going to take ownership of that right hoof. That was mine.
I say everybody gets the nose. You want the nose.
Cross the line first.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, Tam, you can get the bottom.
Okay. I'll bring up the rear.
Today's Talk of the Town was sponsored by Pocket Aces Racing.